I'm Brianna.
Hi, I'm Regina.
Welcome to the
Daughter Mama Charmarama. We are two amazing ladies talking about everything, everywhere, according to us. I am Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
We are bringing the generations together. We hope to include a millennial here and there. As time goes on, we've already had Gen Alpha.
Bump the millennials.
No. Equal opportunity for the generations. It's about unity in the community.
I love that.
Thank you.
Pardon the noise. Today we're outside, just enjoying the fresh air. It's relatively warm. I love this background, actually. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I wonder what kind of trees we got.
I love the fresh air.
I'm not familiar with the trees.
These trees around here haven't changed much yet for the fall or autumn season, but I'm sure the change is on the way.
It's only October. They better get it together. So today's icebreaker. So, let me give you a for instance, right? Consider your life as a game. You're the main player, of course. What is your strategy? Do you A, button mash, try anything to see what works and just go through life like that? Do you B, move strategically and you always plan your next move? Or C, do you just let whatever happen, you're just a passenger on the sea of life?
No way. I'm a planner, organizer. I need order, I need structure, I need efficiency, I need transparency. Yeah.
That's genetic. I got that from you.
Lucky you. Congratulations.
I think I'm a mix of B and A.
Okay.
I do plan things a lot. I definitely want to make sure that I know what I'm doing with my next move. I need to know what I'm doing with my life. But I also do want to just try anything and see what works. And then if that works, then I'll plan that. I'll incorporate that into the plan. I need variety and structure. Sometimes those two are at odds with each other.
But I consider myself a risk taker as well. I'll take educated risks and so forth. I'm learning to be less rigid because literally we can't control a lot of what goes on. We have to be led by the Ruach.
Yeah.
And so that's relinquishing control and trusting the Lord to do his best for us at every time and turn in life. So
yeah,
I'd rather have the strategy out front.
That's fair. I can also be very, very rigid. And I really had to, I sat down with myself one day and was just like, why do you like this? You made yourself a cage and now you're in it and you're so pressed because why are you in this cage? But girl, you have the key. You built this. What are you doing?
And now you have to disassemble it.
Yeah, now I have to move forward and get on with my life.
There's so many things that are contingent upon mindset, on mental perspective.
Yeah.
Just how we shape our thoughts and even pathology. I think everybody should self-evaluate quarterly.
Yeah, or even more than that. I had completely forgotten that so much. All of you is your brain.
Yeah.
That just is it. You have to think about so many things, and it gets overwhelming, and it makes you feel kind of lazy. Or I get anxious about something, so I overcorrect and then don't do anything about it, and it's not healthy either. But changing your mindset and shifting perspectives is how you move. It's how you change. It's how you grow. I'm only 26. I got a lot of time left. I should keep changing and growing and evolving.
And the reason why I say quarterly is because it keeps us in the mindset that seasons change. We can be in a season and we can kind of get stuck or stagnant. And when it's time to move on, we've overstayed. So that's why I said quarterly. We should set a new course or reset.
Every season. Did I go through the last season well? Did I make active decisions in my life? Am I a participant or am I trying to win the game?
Yeah.
That brings me to a man that I saw on Reddit. His story was really interesting. People in the comments some were being really brutal and some were being really kind, the duality of Reddit. And he was talking about how he was afraid that his wife was going to leave him because she'd recently blown up at him because she said that he wasn't being proactive in his life. They were going on a weekend trip. It was a work trip for her and he hadn't planned anything to do. He's like, he'd never been there before, so he hadn't thought about doing anything. He was just like, she's going to be at her work thing and I'm gonna be in the room, and then when she comes back I guess we're gonna go out and do something. He was very, very passive, and so she got super pissed at him and was like, dude, you're not living your life. You're not doing anything with yourself. And he's like, how did I get like this? And then he went back and he was reflecting on the post and he was like, me growing up, I didn't get to make a lot of decisions about my life, or I wasn't able to. He didn't go into details about how traumatic his childhood was. He was just talking about how he had never really had to make decisions like that, so he never really learned how to. He just kind of went with the flow and did things. And he thought he was making his wife happy by letting her take the lead, and giving her what she wants. He thought he was being a good partner, and she's like, this is not what's making me happy. This is not what I want. I want you to be a person. Stand up, and he'd gotten more like docile over the years. He's in his like mid-40s now. They have a grown child, so you know that empty nest syndrome. You really start to examine each other again. And he did in fact manage to reflect and grow, and he got in contact with old friends. He started trying new interests. He found that he really liked doing something, and it was good for him to see that how to live again. He rediscovered his zest for life, and I thought that was really cool.
I think that's cool. That's wonderful for him. Like, congratulations, because it seemed like he'd been coasting along and not engaging. And I tell you what, healthy relationships only remain healthy and continue to thrive when equally there's partnership with intention and engagement and just, you know, spontaneity, thinking of things to do to continue to breathe life into marriage, because marriage is ministry, it's work, and it's an organism in and of itself, but it takes, you know, that partnership and that equal engagement with individuals. And I'm glad he was able and open that growth mindset to make a change.
Yeah.
Because some people in a marriage will dig their heels in and they feel like, I've always done it, you know, in this way and it's worked. Why are you complaining now or whatever? So I really congratulate him. That's a big deal. Because you can feel like you're dragging your spouse along when they're not willing to make even the smallest of changes. And so he rediscovered his zest for life. He was also able to put aside things from his childhood, which is important. Like, how long are we going to drag along the wounded little girl and the wounded little boy on the inside of us? Not to minimize anybody's experience or trauma, but how long do we drag something when we could grasp at healing and start the healing journey and really confront what happened to us and get a routine in place or get outside help or whatever it's going to mean to graduate, you know, in the course. So it's not our fault what we experience or what happened to us, but it is our responsibility to move on and to move past and to make some real progress. So it seems like his wife created pretty much a safe space for him to go ahead and take those steps for change.
She was supportive, and she was very happy that he had found things to do. And the next trip that they went on, he had decided, he's like, let's go to this restaurant, and I'm going to go and do this thing while you're all at work. And she's like, this is amazing. Look at you being a person.
Let me tell you, change sometimes, or more so than not, it calls for provocation.
Yeah.
It calls for confrontation and a challenge. Sometimes we have to be challenged to change. Even the Lord will challenge us to change and to move on to the next place. Like, things will, you know, become more dry. Like, opportunities will kind of shut down, and that lets us know, okay, this is not the spot anymore. It was good while it lasted. Let's do something else.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I was really proud of him. A lot of times it'd be like deeply traumatic stuff in these in these Reddit stories. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Reddit.
But that was a really like lighthearted when people in the comments were like, oh, this is so nice and sweet. That's enough for the day. I'm gonna put the phone down. And I was like, yeah, because the next one I read, I had to put the phone down.
It's an up and down.
Yeah.
But we can surprise ourselves with the adventure we can discover when we allow ourselves. I think we talked about this about 10 years ago, that whatever city we had to relocate to, we would explore like tourists. We would look up things that we could do, whether they were for free or some nominal cost, just to, you know, do something different, discover something different, experience something that we hadn't before, learn something new. Because you don't always like where you have to land or end up or what the temporary circumstance is. But if you can find the joy in it, if you can find something that's a good takeaway or a good memory, so it makes it worth it.
Yeah, make the best of it.
In a lot of ways. Yeah, make the best of something that you don't necessarily like or something that's uncomfortable or inconvenient.
But one thing about moving to a new city, though, I don't think I would show anybody where I live. It's like, on one hand, I love the apartment tours. Like, they're so fun. It's like interesting to see all the different like layouts and different ways someone can style a kitchen and whatnot. But at the same time, I'd be like, girl, I recognize your neighborhood. If I was crazy, I'd pull up. Please don't. Please don't.
I'm on the fence about that too. Like, if there are ways to secure someone's privacy, you don't show too much, you know, of the neighborhoods or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The world is shrinking, and people are finding ways to really track down what we do with our location and where we film and post and all of that. I think it's important for safety and security to shore up your privacy. So all of that, taking people into your building or taking people into your apartment and all that, that's too much.
You lost me.
Yeah,
instantly.
I'm not interested in doing that.
I prefer they do it when they're gone. like when they're leaving, they're moving out.
Right.
I saw a woman do that, and she was like, I was not going to show you this place how I lived, when I lived here, but this is what the tour is like and whatever. And she was moving out of her apartment that day, so it was fine.
Yeah, so yeah, think precautions like that. I can agree with.
There's this woman I follow. She's an influencer. She's amazing. I love her. Her name is Annie, and I'll put her ad here somewhere, Any Given Sunday. She's so cool, and she said that she's choosing not to share any views from her new apartment and everything because she had a couple of weird experiences. And she was like, previously I used to just post, the beautiful views of my window and stuff. And then she was like, it's getting recognizable. I keep having weird experiences with people who are strangers, and yet they're so close. And so that's when she decided that she just wasn't going to share when she moved. And I thought that was really great. And people had asked questions about, okay, so what about like when you travel and you go to like these brand events or these hotels and whatever, do you share like in real time? Because I know a lot of people don't. Like Jackie Hanna does not post in real time. She'll post an event or post a hairstyle, post whatever, and it will be 3 weeks ago.
Right.
And we'll never know. Like her garden tour, of her garden was very disjointed. And you could tell. I could tell because I know what it's like to edit. But I was like, you in a different spot. And you would think that you would like go in a circle. No, she probably did. But the clips were edited and changed in such a way that you can't immediately figure out, this is this house behind her, this is this building behind her, this is where she lives, I know this neighborhood. And I thought that was genius, and more of us should be doing that. We live in a surveillance state, guys. Protect yourself.
Precautions are necessary.
Very necessary.
And privacy shouldn't be exploited.
Definitely should.
It's a privilege that we should enjoy individually, and we should decide who we're going to let in and how close we're going to, let people have access. So.
I decided that when I'm entertaining, I don't want my guests bringing other guests. My parties would be invite only. If I did not say that you could bring someone, do not bring someone. You will both be embarrassed when you get turned away at the door. I don't want strangers knowing where I live. I've had enough of it.
Exactly, because if they disconnect from that relationship or that friendship or whatever it is, and the guy or woman turns out to be a stalker or somebody who's just disrespectful, they know where your friends live. They know where your family live, and they can show up randomly.
And that's weird. I don't like that. I don't want that.
Yeah. We're not saying the whole world is full of creeps.
No,
but they're enough.
There's enough to where it needs to be a caution.
Of a concern and a caution. So
we need to be protecting ourselves. Speaking of privacy and safety, there was on Twitter, it was earlier this week and last week, specifically, there was one woman specifically, I don't know if she wants to put her ad or whatever, but she had her pictures edited to put more clothes on her. They were using AI to put more clothes on her and change her outfits and change her hair or whatever, and it was weird and disgusting. She went on this whole tirade about it, and she was like, y'all are weird and disgusting, and you're creeps, and you deserve to be alone.
So wait a minute, they took over her video to dress her using AI?
It was a picture. It was just a picture, and they were adding clothes to her. And there was another woman who had her video. She had a picture as well, and her outfit was similarly racy. She was wearing like a crop top and like booty shorts or something like that, and they made it into a video and had her turn around so they could see her butt.
That's terrible.
And she was like, oh, I love it, thank you. I was like,
no way. See what I mean?
Save all
people
women
crossing,
who are stupid. Oh my god.
People crossing lines. Everything shouldn't be turned into a joke.
It was weird.
People exploiting, pushing their will on somebody.
It was weird, and it's all deeply rooted in misogyny and control, because this woman's wearing not enough clothes, and her clothes were similar to maybe a little bit more coverage than the second woman, but her clothes were changed and stripped away so you could see her butt, so you could objectify her more. But the other woman can't do that because you don't want her to do that, but the other girl can do it because you want her to do it. That's weird.
That's too much manipulation.
They're moving.
If you don't like what people are doing or wearing, keep scrolling, move along, block a person, unfollow, unfriend, people. Whatever it is.
That's my favorite thing to do. I got 1 million people blocked, and I'm gonna keep going. It's all just disgusting.
Yeah, it is. It's too much.
It's objectification in both ways, and that was another conversation about how someone asked why are nuns always sexualized? Like, what's it with the sexy nun costume? And it goes back to nuns are also sexualized. They're just sexualized, I guess, in what you would see a negative way, because a nun probably is not wearing lingerie. You've ever seen a nun have it? They are fully covered head to toe,
right?
Face and hands out, and that's like
really
it.
Modest, yeah.
But that's the same thing. They are taught to hide away their bodies because the body is shameful, and women who don't hide away their bodies, like the Madonna horror complex, it's like even more into that if you want to go and research that. But she shows her body, and she's this, that, and the third. She's everything but a child of God, and the actual child of God is also everything but a child of God, because she's still controlled even when she is wearing full coverage stuff. They were using AI to remove hijab. Oh, and we've been in mourning
Oh,
D'Angelo
dear.
passed away.
So sad.
It's very sad.
So sorry for his children.
Yeah.
And his son, who lost his mom a few months ago, and now his dad as well.
That's like really awful. But he had also talked about how he didn't want to just be remembered for being sexy. He did some interview with a magazine or something at some point, and he was saying how it was weird they always wanted to take his clothes off and stuff. And I bet that was really awful, because how would you, like, how can you tell if it's because if people like you because of your talent, or if they just like you because of your body?
Yeah, that one video just sent everything in a tailspin, and they dragged it for as long as they possibly could.
The one where he was just standing there shirtless, flexing, and the camera was just moving in circles. I was like, it gets to a point. And of course, that was the very first video that was going around when we found out that he had passed. So that was weird. It feels kind of like dishonoring his wishes. It's more about consent. He had wanted to be sexy, but it does get to a point where it's like, only being sexy is your avenue, and that's too much.
Right.
Like Angel Reese had also talked about it. She was like, I'm hot, but I'm not going to only be hot. And she's walking in the fashion show, the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And she did fantastic and amazing. Beautiful. Love her. But some of the men were upset because they was like, you ain't like it when we was calling you sexy before. And it's like, no, because you're gross.
Right.
I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Autonomy.
Yes.
And your own voice. Not manipulation, not objectification, none of that.
Autonomy and consent.
Right.
That's what
and consent, definitely. People just want to exercise their rights and freedoms over the lives of other people. This domineering mindset. We don't take dominion over others.
No. Please.
That's not right or ethical.
Lots of people failed at those lessons in kindergarten.
I mean, where's the self-control? We're talking about grown people here. It's embarrassing.
Oh my God, speaking of autonomy, have you seen the videos of that teacher whose kids stole her Funko Pop? She said she gave them like a month to return it and nobody did, so now she's suing.
Oh gosh.
Now on one hand, that's extremely hilarious. Like, that's very funny. I'm sorry. That's so freaking funny. On the other hand, these people, now they're high school seniors. It's not like these are kindergartners. These are like 17, 18, 19-year-olds. Hopefully not 19, but 17, 18-year-olds. We're going to have to be in the world with them. They have gone their whole lives thinking that they're bulletproof. Bestie, you're going to court. I will see you in court.
The parents are.
I don't want to be peers with these entitled children. We all talk a lot about how the youngest Gen Zs and the Gen Alphas are off the rails with their entitlement, and they are. And now you need to learn a very expensive lesson. So for that reason, I support her. What I don't like is that she's making a lot of videos about it. I kind of question people in certain professions who make videos about their professions, because sometimes it seems like they hate their job and they only like it because they can do the content with it. I am looking forward to seeing how this suit turns out, though. Is she going to have a case? It seems like she got a case.
It's up to the judge, or it's the prosecutor, whether or not they'll take it as far as it can go, and then or if the judge is going to throw it out or what.
Yeah, it's like $200-300. These Funko Pops are not $10 anymore, and it's a special Hello Kitty one. I don't know if they even do that anymore. So she gave them a while to return it and they didn't, so now I guess we're going to court. Now you about to learn a lesson.
It's very messy, but I think it's a lesson to be learned for teachers too. Sometimes you bring things that are near and dear to your heart to the classroom, and you want to kind of teach the children to respect other people's property and other people's freedoms, and it doesn't always go over well.
As a high school senior, I would hope that you would know, if it's not yours, don't touch it. If these were like kindergartners or any sort of elementary schoolers, okay, children are very dumb at that stage. Not dumb as in like stupid, but there's just a lot of things that they don't know. There's a lot of experience that they don't have. Right. But I would hope that as a teenager, a high school senior about to go onto the world, a full adult that can be sued, can go to jail, can legally be on the street, whatever. I hope that by then you would know how to act.
I don't know, self-control, impulse control, it can come a little late for people.
It can. And now, I'm about to give you this lesson now, because if you steal from the wrong person, you could end up actually on a t-shirt. But you're just going to be in court with me. So, okay, I get it. Sometimes consequence is the best teacher. Sometimes you just have to learn something the hard way. And it didn't need to be that way, but that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
So,
sadly, you got to go to the extreme sometimes to prove a point or teach a lesson.
Yeah.
I don't know. So many things are topsy-turvy in society. But we'll keep talking, and you'll keep watching, and you'll keep listening, won't you?
Will.
Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, comment below anything else you think we should talk about, or anything else that's going on in the world that you want to hear more about.
Or anything in your world.
In your world, yes. Connect with us. Speak to us. Join the group chat.
We look forward to seeing you right back here on Daughter Mama Charmarama at our next episode.
And answer the icebreaker question. How do you go through life? Do you throw anything at the wall and see what sticks? Do you strategize and plan things out, or do you just let life happen as it happens? Just let us know.
Let us know.
Okay.
Peace.
Bye.
Love you.